I think there's the misbelief that you're only performing lateral slides or just trying to stay in front of your offensive player is the best option, which I do think so as well in a sense. But if you're getting beat and you can't recover from it, lateral slides can only go so far, and your speed, right, with that, it won't be able to cover as much distance. So you can basically take a very small step with a crossover, and that basically going to cover a small distance with it, right? And so you'll basically still be in front of the offensive player, right? But if you take a big step at times, which will be very helpful, not saying you shouldn't use it, because sometimes when they do a step back, leave you to being more vulnerable to a wide open mid-range shot. So it really depends on how you use it rather than whether you should use it or not. Because even in games, you naturally be pulling out these crossover steps when you're getting beat, because naturally your body knows that if you only perform lateral slides, you won't be quick enough and won't cover as much ground. So to really work on your crossover steps, of course, you need to play with different variation of the footwork, whether it's big steps or small steps. And another thing would be repping it out against live offensive players, but lots of one-on-ones where you're in this awkward position or awkward angle where you're basically going to get beat 80% of the time, right? And it's teaching you how to be in those scenarios and judge whether you should be taking a big crossover step or a small crossover step to cover the distance and take away the offensive player options and shot. So even if you do, for example, sometimes I think the advantage to that is, let's say, for example, the offensive player is going for mid-range, you can actually reach with your inside hand, and that basically increases your wingspan for getting the strip. So sometimes you might see Kawhi Leonard, Tony Allen is another good one, where they try to strip a lot with their inside hand, just so it increases their reach a lot on the mid-range shot. I remember seeing Tony Allen did this a lot against KD. He usually covers shots more, but sometimes when the strip is there, he reaches with the inside hand when KD is blowing by him for the short mid-range jump shot. And that basically just increases his chance of getting the strip as well. And he does the crossover steps simultaneously. So I don't think the crossover step is bad or good, right? It's just a tool at the end of the day to cover distance and staying in front of the offensive player. So hopefully this helped as a quick, short video. And if there's more questions about it, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to help.